And we're back. Welcome to Six of Swords Tarot. Welcome in. G, thank you so much. Get started in just a moment. I'm gonna check my audio. Check my check. Okay, cool. I'm drinking this weird electrolyte sparkling water from Aldi. I don't think I like it. I don't think I like it. I don't think it's gonna be a repurchase for me. But welcome in. If you're called to donate, let me know. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. Welcome in. G! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to read for you. I'm glad this time worked out. I hope it's not like super late or super early where you are, but either way, thanks for joining. I am doing well. Bailey, welcome. Yeah, I'm doing really good today. Up first, we have G. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a little prayer here. And let's take a deep breath. And I'm going to use the Chakra Wisdom Tarot for you. And we are going to get into it. Spirit, please open me up to be a clear channel so that I can deliver messages for the greater good. And so it is. Archangel Michael, please protect this live stream and help me deliver clear messages to people who need to find me today. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, we're going to get into it. G, go ahead and post your question. How have you been doing? How's the new job? Like, how is everything going for you? I was thinking about you the other day. Upcoming future events. Let's do it. Upcoming future events. All right, Spirit, we want general messages and advice from Spirit. Upcoming future events. General messages for G. Spirit, I'm actually going to do specifically in 2 different rows for you. Spirit, what is if you're okay with that, I think that's how I want to structure this. So first up, I want a general message for G. Oh my gosh. Working 7 days a week. Well, make sure that you are resting. Spirit, show me general message for G. We have the Fool. King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Yeah, you are going to be moving very quickly. Things are going to be moving really fast. And we do have an eclipse season coming up in just a couple weeks here on the 17th. We will have the, I believe it's a solar eclipse. And we have the Fool, we have the King of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and Ace of Wands. What this is telling me is that all of this effort and all of this energy and embarking on this new journey is going to work out for you. And I also feel like it's going to lead you to something else. So I feel like when this project ends, thanks Kendra, I feel like when this project ends, there will be something else is going to pick up right away. The work that you are doing right now is worth it. Queen of Pentacles, maybe you're getting paid more than you were before, or there is some nice financial incentive. The other message here about work is to work smarter here with the King of Swords and use logic. And if there's ways that you can simplify things and make the work easier, to absolutely do that and make sure that your voice is being heard. The other thing is, I think that people are open to hearing your voice and that you don't have to push to the front or make waves to be heard. The Fool energy, I feel like compared to your other job, with the Fool in this King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles energy, I feel like your presence and your voice is actually welcomed in the space that you're in right now. I think that the people want to hear from you and get your input and respect you in a level that maybe you weren't feeling in your previous role. Before I ask for the advice, I still want to tap into some of this general energy. Spirit, what other general messages do we have for G? The other thing I would say is, now is not a time to have any fear. The Fool, hey Julianne, the Fool moves fearlessly. This is Aries energy. The Fool is the beginning of the Fool's journey. They're ready to step forward, and I really love, she is not a traditional Fool. She is very, she looks very powerful and very fearless. The normal Fool in the tarot kind of looks like they're very nonchalant and they don't care. She actually looks like she's pretty grounded in her power here, which I like for you. And so know that one of the general messages for you here is that you are worthy and that you're respected in what it is that you're doing. So don't have imposter syndrome. Like, you are capable and you are valued. And so don't underestimate yourself, because the other people around you are valuing you. Okay? You are not a fool. But you are moving forward fearlessly. And so as a Leo, maybe that gives you the extra courage to do that. What other? We have sail on. You're heading in the right direction. Yeah, so this is going to lead you to more opportunity and more work as well, which I like. Some of the connections that you're making right now, partnering with the King of Swords and Queen of Pentacles, I feel like will be very beneficial for you. We have your future is being rewritten, metamorphosis. Yeah, so you're, and I hate to always talk about work with you, but I know that's really at the forefront of your mind, where I think where you were heading in your other job, where you're going and where you're meant to go wouldn't have been possible if you stayed where you were, right? Treasure chest, success and reaping the rewards. Yeah, so there is money, abundance, success coming for you. And don't lose faith and don't have fear, okay? Spirit, what is, Jessica, welcome. Spirit, show me, what is the advice for G? 8 of Wands, communication. Hermit. Ten of Wands, you are not meant to carry heavy burdens forever. And so find ways in your work or in your personal life to either delegate some of this 10 of Wands energy and some of this heavy weight that you carry around with you. I think that you do have a lot of responsibility, but you have to take care of yourself. You have a really good head on your shoulders as well here, like with the Hermit energy. And you have a really great inner guidance system and inner compass. And if you are struggling with something internally, I think that you might even want to do a ritual where you like forgive yourself, or you do some type of cord cutting and release certain things that have happened in your past with this 10 of Wands energy, because none of this is serving you anymore. Jessica, welcome in. Oh, hey. I have 2 Jessicas on here. Welcome in, guys. Let me see what else I have for you, G. Give me one moment here. I'm going to use the moon deck. You have really come so far, emotionally, energetically, even within the workplace, but carrying around this heavy anxiety and this worry with you, and I know it's hard to, I do it too, right? Where it's like I worry, and it's like that's not really helping us, right? Spirit, show me. What else for G? What else is, what's coming up, future events? Confidence is your key. New moon in Leo. Reclaiming that confidence, moving forward fearlessly with that Leo energy. Adjustments are required. Yeah, you've come really far, but you're still carrying around this 10 of Wands. Conclusions are within reach. If you are feeling stressed out about something, I feel like you'll be able to work through this energy, pray about it, you know, do some type of ritual. I think that will be helpful. I'm traumatized, maybe need time, maybe. I think so. I mean, thank you so much, Jessica. And so, give me one moment and I'll update the list after this. Make sure you guys like the stream. It really helps out my channel. And, you know, I remember being traumatized from, you know, past employer stuff too, right? And then, you know, we move on and evolve, and, you know, sometimes they say the grass isn't always greener somewhere else, but even though you're in a new situation, you may have carried some of that trauma over to the new workplace or even within your personal life, right? And so it's time to start letting some of that go. We're talking about future events. I'm kind of seeing you stepping up as more of a respected leader. Let me move these out of the way. And I think things are moving very smoothly. This 10 of Wands is something that's not being put upon you. I feel that the 10 of Wands is something you're putting upon yourself. But the energy is kind of open and clear and free flowing around you. But you still have to address, you know, Hermit 10 of Wands, going within, addressing this 10 of Wands. Virgo, welcome in. Bailey, thank you. Give me just a moment, guys. Spirit, what other messages do we have for G? Whoops. We're going to do the Astro dice to wrap it up. Yeah, Libra in the 7th house. Libra and Saturn in the 7th house. What lessons are you learning in your innermost relationships? And sometimes this can be with the relationship with ourselves. So I think, you know, doing some type of ritual where you forgive yourself, but also knowing that, having faith in humanity, right? And knowing that you can get close to people again. And I know that you and I have talked at length about relationship stuff, and we both kind of feel the same way about it, right? It's like not interested. But with Libra here in the 7th house with Saturn, you know, what are the lessons that you've learned from, whether it's romantic or close personal relationships in the 7th house, how to integrate that without letting it hold you back with the 10 of Wands. So that's kind of, and this can manifest with some of these people at work. If you are so afraid to connect to people because you've been hurt or traumatized from people at work or past lovers or friendships or family, that's a really difficult place to operate from. But Libra in the 7th house with Saturn is saying it can be safe for you. You can create boundaries with people, and it doesn't have to be. Libra is a sign of balance. This isn't like all or nothing energy. And so Spirit is asking you, be open to other human beings and let people show you who they are, because you might be surprised that some of these people that you're working with and that these new people you're meeting might restore your faith in humanity, which is a huge deal. I remember feeling that way. There was a period in my life not too long ago. I didn't want new friends. I absolutely refused to date, which I'm kind of still in that place. And because I'm like, no one else gets to enter my life. No one else is going to get an opportunity, because they're only going to hurt me. They're only going to disappoint me. And Spirit's asking you, be open to the people that are entering your life right now. G, I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Give me one moment, guys. Newbie, thank you so much. Don't worry at all. I'm going to go ahead and look. I'm going to put you guys in the order of PayPal so we can keep it fair. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. And we're going to keep on keeping on. Okay. Give me just a moment here. I have Kendra. Here is our order. Kendra, actually I'll just type it. Kendra's up next. I have Jess, Bailey, Virgo, Tina. If you're called to donate, let me know. We'll get you on the list. Thank you guys for your patience. It'll take me just a little bit to get through these, and thanks so much. I also have another one from, we can add Julianne after Tina. Get comfortable, guys. We are just getting started. Okay, give me one sec. All right. Sounds good. All right, Kendra, let's go over to... If for some reason you guys have to step away, just let me know and you can throw your question in and we'll get to you. Okay, Kendra's up next. Kendra, I'm going to use Everyday Witch for you, I think. Okay. Kendra is here. Let's do it, boo. Oh, Kendra, by the way, everyone check out, Kendra has a YouTube channel. I see your short videos come up and I like them, but I can't comment on them. I don't know if you knew that, or maybe it's a glitch on my phone, but I've been trying to like interact with you on there and it wouldn't let me talk to you on the short videos. So just FYI, because I was trying to like, you know, like which I have been liking them anyway. All right. Okay, so can we look into this guy, Kyle the Libra? Is he the man you saw for me this month? What is the tea about him? I also feel Tyrell is playing game. Do you want to do 2 separate readings? One for each? Okay. Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was like, why are other people commenting? I think it's me. Do we want to do one for Kyle and one for Tyrell, maybe? If you want to. We can do however you feel. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right, so let's focus on Spirit. Connect me to Kendra. Let's talk about Kyle the Libra. Kyle the Libra. Is he the one I saw for you? What's the tea about him? Spirit, show me about Kyle the Libra. Show me about Kyle. Yeah, I think this is just going to be more clear. Spirit, show me about Kyle the Libra. Kyle the Libra. We have a Knight of Swords. We have Hierophant. We have also, on another note, I audibly heard a voice wake me up today, which never happens. I'm not clairaudient. I'm clairsentient, I guess. And like, I don't hear voices. There's like no spirits up in this joint. And I heard a man's voice say, good morning. And it literally woke me up. So my friend is coming over tomorrow to, I mean, I'm sure I could tap in if I wanted to. It just like, it was not, I didn't like it. Just say that. I'm fine. Everything's fine. It also could have been my dream. She thinks I was astral traveling. Anyway, this is about Kyle the Libra. Ace of Wands. He's very attracted to you. King of Pentacles. Okay. Emperor. King of Wands. I like what I see. I like what I see. He definitely could be this person that I saw coming your way. Now, I think that, I don't know if it was a King of Swords or a Knight of Swords. This is someone who believes in a power greater than themselves. And this is someone who has ambition. This is someone who has direction. I will say he is a lover, being a Libra, okay? And with this energy, with this 3 of Swords energy, I don't see him inflicting this. I see him as healing from, hold on one second. I think one of my cats is trapped. He is a lover, Kendra. Give me 1 second. Oh my God. Baby boy, I'm so sorry. You can't be locking yourself in closets, honey. Oh my God. Holy shit. Honeybee, you can't be doing that. Sorry, guys. Come here, honeybee. Willow locked himself in the closet like R. Kelly. All right, sorry. We're talking about Kyle the Libra here, who is a lover. I'm so sorry, Kendra. I don't see him inflicting this on you. I see him, I see him wanting to find connection. I will say this, even though there's this air energy going on and this fire energy going on, I do still feel like there is, there's still substance to him, if that makes sense. But he's gonna feel very fun and light with your Aries energy. You're actually really going to enjoy him. You might be super attracted to him, especially with this Sun, Emperor, King of Wands energy. This might feel very, very refreshing because, and I'm not trying to say anything bad about Tyrell, but I just kind of feel like compared to Tyrell, Tyrell kind of feels like a dud, where this guy feels energizing and fun and free flowing. And, I have a plan and I want to go on a new adventure. I do think that he could be healing from something, and I do think he does have he has the capacity to get deep, but he more so wants to focus on fun, and it would take him a while to kind of open up and make a commitment. That's not a bad thing. I think that's just something that's just the way that he's wired, where, and I'm not calling out any signs here, but maybe like a Cancer or a Scorpio would be like, here's my trauma, and let's connect and talk about like the worst thing that ever happened in my life. And that's how we're connecting, where it's like, no, this Libra energy, this Aries energy, you guys are polar opposites on the chart, where opposites can attract strongly here, especially with Libra and Aries energy. And it could feel invigorating and really exciting to have that opposition. And that's what I'm seeing here. I don't see any major red flags, but he's definitely a go-getter, very energetic. Page of Pentacles, there is a soft stability to him as well, even though he's still, learning and growing and maybe figuring out certain things of his life and what he wants to do. I think his goals are to become a King of Pentacles. And I think he's on his way there. He's definitely got a lot of energy. Okay. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. Let me look. I haven't looked at the comments in a little bit. King of Swords and King of Cups. Yes. So I think he was the King of Swords, maybe, energy. But I don't see anything bad here. I find handsome. He's tall, white, like features. Taking my time, good to know. Yeah. Let's see what else. Oh my God, I can't believe Willow was locked in the closet. I thought I heard something. He's just so quiet most of the time. I think he got a toy stuck in there and just never came out. All right. Spirit, show me, where are things going with Kyle the Libra? Where's the energy going with Kyle the Libra? We have Cross. Sun twice here. I like what I see. I like Kyle. I think he's fun. He's energetic. Here's what I'll tell you. Your Taurus moon, Kendra, wants stability, is looking for comfort. I think you're going to feel very refreshed with him. As long as he shows up stable and consistent, that could feel really good with the Sun energy and your Aries energy. I like what I'm seeing here. Key, rider, dog, ring. This is all very positive so far for me with the Lenormand. If he's got like golden retriever energy and he's excited and happy and positive and looking to have a good time, this is a breath of fresh air compared to Tyrell's energy by a long shot. Would you agree? Let me know. Let me see what else. That's how I feel. I'm like, I want to meet Kyle. I want to meet, even though I've sworn off Libra men, like I don't text much because I don't like it. Yeah. But everyone, I have a Libra, one of my good friends is a Libra female, and she's not a big texter either. But everyone's different. Newbies are resident Libra, so you can give us the 411 on that. There could be some type of change going on in his work situation. I don't know if he does any type of, South Node Cancer in the 10th house. It talks about career, and it talks about, Cancer is a sign of nurturing, caregiving. So I wouldn't be surprised if he supports other people in some kind of way. I do think that there is a softer side to him, but he doesn't reveal that at face value. I think he is definitely energetic and a go-getter, but there is a softer side to him. Yeah, there could be some type of shift. I mean, and talk about, homeland. I think that definitely makes sense with that Cancer energy. Caring for the homeland for people who are in the military. I feel that makes sense to me. But yeah, he could be making a shift. So, no, I don't have, I'm actually looking for, now I see our Jessica. Let's add Jess to the list. So Jess M, there's two Jessicas on. So we have Jess M, and then we have our OG Jess. And I just got a donation from you. So thank you so much. Okay. All right, let's talk about Tyrell's energy now. I love this. I might order another Lenormand. And I had a Lenormand book, and I think I'm going to reorder it too, because I really like working with that. Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay. Jess M is my sister. For all my Jessie Woo fans in the crowd. Awesome. Thank you for referring her. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was so funny. I was doing a little deep dive on my birth chart, and it was like I was talking about the way that like I do tarot, and how like there's no way I could go viral or like have a huge following, because I don't think I would be able to handle that. And the fact that like I literally will probably never go on camera. Like I just don't think I could handle that. Anyway, well, we're moving on to Tyrell. We're moving on to Tyrell's energy, spirit. Okay. We want to know. The lie detector determined that was not a lie. What? Also, Tyrell is playing a pull away game with me. If so, why? Let's look. Well, Spirit's telling me off the bat. I think it comes down to a lot of the stuff we've talked about, but Spirit just clearly just downloading. Like, I think he knows that he cannot match your energy. Julianne. So I think that's just what it is. Like, if a guy knows, like, I remember there was one time I was kind of dating someone, and they were like, look, I want to do this, but like I don't think I can, because I think that they had their own insecurities, and I was living a lifestyle that I just don't think was for them. And that could be the most honest thing that he's doing. But let's take a look here. Is Tyrell playing a pull-away game? And if so, why? Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, Page of Cups, Six of Swords, Hermit. And for any of my new viewers, I do not read reversals, just FYI. I do read intuitively, and I do know the meanings, and depending on, with the energy I'm picking up from Spirit, I will read like the shadow aspect of the card, just a fun fact for any new folks watching. Eight of Cups. Your intuition is on the money, my friend. Three of Swords. I don't think that he sees a future. I don't think that he sees this going somewhere that is in alignment. The other thing is, he may need someone. Oh man, Kendra, I wish I could find, I think I saw a video about this recently where it's like, you have a very positive energy around you. You have, I think that you have certain goals and expectations of yourself. You hold yourself to a high standard. You have goals and ambitions and a plan for your life. I think that he's looking for someone that might want to just follow him around and praise on his energy. Kendra, does that make sense? I don't know. And you are showing up as an individual. Willow wants to play fetch. I'm sorry, baby. You are showing up as someone who is the main character of your own life. He's looking for a follower. I don't think he's looking for a main character because he sees himself as the star of the show, which is why he's always talking about himself. And the Five of Swords, I just think there's an incompatibility here, and he senses that. He senses that. Can you guys talk? Yes. Can you guys be friends? Sure. But the Eight of Cups, in terms of romance, I don't see it. He wants to be in control. Not only does he want to be in control, Kendra, he has to be the star. There are men, and I'm not saying he is this way. I'm just saying, like, sometimes men, and don't cancel me for this, they kind of just want an adoring sidekick. They don't necessarily want a woman who does things and thinks for herself. And do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he wants to control you. I think he realizes that your energy is bigger than a container that he wants to put you in. Does that make sense? Yeah. He wants a woman to boost his ego, yet he wants like arm candy. And you're so much more than that. Like, you're not going to just be like, you're not going to follow him around like a puppy dog. And you're not going to like gas him up 24/7. Why? Because you have your own life to live. And that's what I'm seeing here. And so is he pulling back? Yeah, I don't think that he sees, he realizes that you, like, all of the qualities and think of this candle, this jar right here. All of the qualities and expectations and all of the things he wants in a person is going to fit in this tiny little jar. Maybe she's hot. Maybe she'll gas me up. Maybe she will, follow me around, and she doesn't have her own friends or her own life or whatever. He wants someone that's just going to adore on him. Meanwhile, I don't think you can be contained, and there are many aspects of you, and he realizes that you're not the type of woman that is going to like follow him around, and because you have your own life, this is a good thing. Right. And I'm not saying you can't be supportive, or that you couldn't, when you're with the right man, like you couldn't be nurturing and support his ego in a healthy way. But he's looking for something a little bit cheaper. He's looking for something a little bit cheaper, with less substance, easily digestible. And I just think that you have way more going on for yourself, because if he were to get with you, I think that he would have to raise the expectations of himself, and his behavior would be held to a higher standard. And I don't think he's willing to do that work. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down here? Yes. But it's so much more than that. It's so much more than that. Like, men know if they get with a woman of integrity or of a certain quality, that they're going to have to do the work and show up. And he wants to get someone on sale. He wants to get with someone that will enable him where he is right now. He doesn't want to better his life, and that's fine. Gossip. Introspection. Commitment phobic. Yeah. He wants someone that he can cheat around with and cheat on and then come back to. Someone who is going to, he is looking for someone he can struggle love, that will struggle love him and stick beside him and sit on an episode of Jerry Springer, Maury Povich, and still go back to him. That is not you, my friend. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think this guy can step up to meet you where you are at. Correct. Star. He is a lesson. Yeah. He's sneaky. He's sneaky. And I wouldn't be surprised. Kendra. He could be having another baby soon with somebody else. Just throwing that out there. I'm not a fan of the Tyrell energy. He could be a coworker, could be a friend. Okay, fine. But he's a little sneaky. He's sneaky, and he's going to start collecting baby mamas. And I don't think that you want to sign up for that. Shout out to Kyle. That's for entertainment purposes only. Make sure you guys like this video. We got, what's up with the South Node today, Spirit? South Node. I wonder if you guys may have had a past life where you worked together as well. And you guys are just kind of, I wonder if this is like a karmic, and when I say karmic, I'm not talking about those crazy people who do like those, you guys, I know I sound like a broken record, but for my new people, when I say karmic, I don't believe in twin flames. I'm not talking about the crazy, weird shit that people post in collective readings online. Those are predatory. When I say karmic, I believe that we have soul contracts with people, for better or for worse. Karma does not mean good or bad. Karma just is. Karma is whatever, right? It is our energetic relationship with another soul. And you guys have some kind of karmic contract. I think you guys worked together in a past life, and you are working through that karma in this life. And I think that he may be temporary in your life as well. Once the contract is up, either you will move on or he will move on to another job, is what I'm seeing here. I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Up next, I have, who's my next victim? Just kidding. Who's my next victor? Correct. Yes, sure. For sure, for sure. That's, yeah, he's not on your level, and I don't think he can be. Jessica M, welcome. And go ahead and post if you have not already. Here's our list. I have Jessica M, Bailey, Virgo, Tina, Julianne, and OG Jess. Can you guys believe I've been doing this for, I think it's on YouTube. I've been doing this for, I think we're like going on 6 years. Make sure you guys like the stream. Really helps out the channel. Subscribe. I don't have the energy that Jessie Woo has right now. But anyway. What does my heart need to know? What does my heart need to hear right now? Ooh. Okay. I'm going to use the Lioness Tarot Oracle for you. Okay, you're good. I'm going to be here for a minute, Kendra, so. Jessica M., are you here, my friend? You are up. Yay! Okay, cool. Hey, let's do it, boo. Welcome. All right, you say, what does my heart need to hear right now? Give me a second, Jessica. Aries Sun, oh man, Gemini moons, you guys crack me up. Scorpio rising, sorry to hear about your luck. Just kidding, I'm a Capricorn rising. I feel you on that. Hey, but you got a sun in Aries, so you probably don't care. You're like, my sun's exalted. I can do anything I want. Give me 1 second here. Jessica, give me 1 sec. Let's connect to your energy. What does Jessica's heart need to hear right now, Spirit? You have a lot of positive energy around you. Even if, okay, well, let me give me 1 second here to channel this. So it's funny. I think you're starting to reach a new chapter or a new age. Maybe you're going to be reaching some type of milestone. I'm going to be 40 this year, so I'm really excited to like get older. And maybe you can kind of relate to that, because I'm seeing you entering situations that maybe you used to like stress about, and now you're like, in Spirit, this is so 90s, but Spirit's like, ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Like, I just see you being able to, I feel like you're very adaptable, and you're someone that, and an Aries sun is really good at that, where you can kind of like move quickly and move to the next thing. So your chart is extremely adaptable. And the other good news is with the Gemini moon is that you're not super emotionally like stuck on things for too long, which is really good. But I feel like you're entering a phase of life where you care a lot less about certain things, which for Scorpio placements, even with that Scorpio rising, you can get really stuck on things or very laser focused on certain things. But now you're kind of caring less. And I'm also seeing a season of life where you can really focus on yourself and your happiness and be a little bit more selfish. Yeah. There's a lot more, like, I'm seeing you stepping up and you're like, it's my time to shine. And we're about to enter Aries season. So, Spirit, show me, what does Jessica's heart need to hear right now? Yeah, 9 of Swords. Queen of Wands, there you are, little Aries energy. 7 of Pentacles. Okay, big message here. Big message here. You are right on time. I think timing for an Aries can get really frustrated, especially Aries females, can get super frustrated. And it's like, I want this thing now. Why is this taking so long? And Spirit is saying, you are right on time. And whatever this thing is that you want, or whatever this goal is, or whatever milestone you are trying to reach, it is worth the wait and it is right on time. There's a Brandy Carlisle song called Right on Time, which my karaoke DJ had to buy for me on my birthday because I wanted to sing it. But I think you should go listen to that song, Right on Time. And whether this is a relationship, whether you've experienced some type of breakup and you are on your own, or maybe, you know, someone has come along in your life and like, I think the eclipse season, there could be some major shifts happening in your life, but wherever you're settling into now feels 9 of Pentacles. You should be really proud of yourself, because I think that you're very much capable of standing on your own 2 feet and doing things alone. Not that you have to, but getting to a place of calm contentment is a huge achievement for this Queen of Wands here. And moving away from a place of constant worry or lots of anxiety. And maybe as a Gemini moon, you might, Gemini moons can sometimes try to logically sort out their feelings. And it's like, how do I actually feel about this thing? Where it becomes like frustrating. And I'm seeing your energy and nervous system like balancing and being able to breathe. And so doing whatever you can to support your self-care right now is huge. Oh my God, that played yesterday. Yes, I'm reading it. Divorced and on my own with my kids, moving into our own place in 4 days. Holy shit. Yes. Okay. Thank you for sharing that with me. This, you are right on time. 7 of Pentacles. This is playing up perfectly. And even though, you know, it's you with the kids, like you're the matriarch here. You are the Queen of Wands. 9 of Pentacles. You're very much in control of your own domain. This may feel a little bit scary, but you are very much in control. Take, Aries, you know, take your time to set things up the way that you want them. You don't need to rush anything. You don't need to rush anything in this season right now, okay? You don't need to rush anything. Do the self-care and take your time, you know, setting up the house, or you know what I mean, getting things the way that you want. You don't do what I did when I moved into my freaking new home. I fell asleep cleaning the floor one night. Don't do as I say, not as I do, Jessica. 4 of Swords. Yeah, resting. Exactly. The 4 of Swords is taking time out, taking a break. Maybe take some time off of work if you can. Maybe take a breather. You freaking earned it after this damn divorce. 4 of Swords, King of Wands. Yeah. Maybe you were under this guy's thumb for a long time. The other thing I want to say about this, the King of Wands is showing up. I don't know if he was a Leo or a fire sign too. But I think that he didn't realize what he had. And I don't think that Spirit, hold on. Sometimes Spirit gives me the feelings, but not the words. Give me one moment, Jessica. I'm trying to pick up on his energy. This King of Wands was unable to get out of his own ways. And even if he was a Cancer, this, maybe I don't know what his other placements were. Aries and Cancer are also a horrible match, by the way. They square each other. But that's, Aries Sun and Cancer Sun, a horrible match. Anyway, but what I will say is, he cared about you in the way he could only meet you. Thank you, Spirit. This masculine, he could only meet you as far as he met himself, which wasn't very far, Jessica. Wasn't very far. And so he was never going to be able to hold you the way that you needed. And I don't need to know the details. You don't need to tell us. I needed to get that out. The other thing with Cancer Sun men, because unfortunately I know this far too well, they're very secretive and they can have very self-destructive tendencies. Not all, but many do. And when a Cancer Sun man goes dark, they can go dark for a very long time and they don't really crawl out of that hole for a really long time. They're not all bad. Not everyone is that way. I'm just saying. And so there could be a season where he is not able to like step up. I think, you know, the kid, even if you have shared custody, I think the kids being with you, like, know that you are a very positive influence on them. Because I just think that, I don't know if he's got what kind of issues this guy has, but I just had to mention that. I feel like I'm taking a long time. Sorry. We have the sun. Yeah. You are a positive energy for your kids. And you are going to be calling a lot of the shots moving forward. The other thing with Cancer men here when they go dark is, I'm actually going to flip this energy over. Even though it's not our King of Cups, it's fine. Hold on, sorry, let me come back to me, Spirit. I'm so sorry, I lost it. It'll come back to me. Give me 1 second. You did the right thing. You are going to be a very positive influence for your kids. I just don't, that's what it was. He couldn't be honest with you because he was never able to be honest with himself. This is something that could have come from childhood too. You have them full time, yeah. He can't even tell himself. There could have been lying involved. He can't tell himself the truth. So none of y'all were going to get the whole truth. It wasn't going to happen. Yeah, he's got some issues. I don't want to really focus on him anymore. I just want to tell you that you are a very powerful force and beacon for them. And give yourself a break. Try not to put too much pressure on yourself. But I will say, you know, Aries, Sun, Gemini, Moon, I do think that your chart is very well equipped for adaptation and making changes and moving forward. And I'm seeing positivity. You can breathe again. The sun is coming out here. We have the sun and we have judgment. You made the right decision. I also feel that hopefully you believe in something greater than yourself. You're on this channel. With judgment here, we have angels, you know, around you. So whatever type of spiritual practice that you're into, that I do see spiritual support around you, whether that's angels, ancestors, God, whatever it is you believe in. Spirit, show me what else. Sorry, Julia. I just got a channel what's, we have 10th house, moon, Cancer moon. Ooh, Cancer moon in the 10th house. So let's talk about work. I don't know if you are working. I want to talk about your energy. Whatever, and even if you're a stay-at-home mom, the work that you do or the hobbies that you do, or the 10th house is about work and public image, okay? So the things that interest you or the things that you do for money should be things that you deeply care about or that you find fulfilling or nurturing to other people, okay? So you work full time. So make sure that your work feels in alignment for you, that you feel like you're making a difference, that you're caring for others, or that you care deeply about the work. That's going to be helpful for you. with this Astro Dice. What else do we have? Spirit, show me. Show me what are some more messages for Jess M. More messages for Jess M. Spirit, show me. Show me. Make sure you guys like this. We got rest. Literally twice. Make sure you're getting some sleep, Aries. Faith. Yes, we just talked about that. Getting sleep, getting rest, not rushing. Faith, asking for spiritual guidance in times of struggle or anxiety. The path ahead of you, my channel is called Six of Swords. It's my favorite card, and the Six of Swords, I'm surprised I didn't pull it. What did we get? We got the Page of Cups on the bottom, and then, yeah, Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, you're kind of, you're starting over from a very hopeful place, and the seeds that you're planting moving forward are going to be in much healthier soil. But back to my point was, the Six of Swords is about moving forward. Sometimes you don't really know where you're going, but where you're going is much brighter than where you've left behind, and I really feel that for you. So if you do feel scared, lean on your spiritual practice. Yeah, illumination. There will also be, not to talk about too much tea, honey, but the further you get away from this divorce, ex, whole thing, there's going to be secrets that come out. Because what this guy tried to bury, some of that's going to come to the surface. It could take like even 10 years, but down the line, there's going to be some interesting shit that's revealed from this freaking Joker. Ugh, I'm sorry about that. Spirit, what else do we have? We're going to use Sacred Traveler. I haven't used this. I just brought this back out on the... I changed out a lot of my decks, guys. Hell yes. Yeah. Yep. All right, Spirit, what else? Let's wrap it up for Jessica. What other messages do we have for Jessica? Spirit, show me. We have the Phoenix, transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. Hell yeah. Literally, this is you. Literally. Taking shelter. The answers are within. Trust your inner guidance system. And you may have known for a long time, like something was wrong, something is off, and you finally were able to free yourself from that situation. We also have infinite abundance is pouring into your life. You can still make it doing it yourself. You are going to be fine. You are going to be okay. And honestly, you might be better off. Because if you're the only one who's managing it and spending it and doing whatever, sometimes we might be better off than having a shitty partner, okay? Yeah, but trust your internal guidance system here. The answers are within. Jessica, it was so great to read for you today. Thank you so much. And I will leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Thank you. Up next, Bailey. Go ahead and post, babe. Bailey is up. Bailey. Bailey, what is going on with you? The girl has been gutted, but man, has she persevered. Yes. Oh my gosh. No way in heck. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. It's a rough one. You and Newbie should talk. Jessica and Newbie can connect on that. Holy crap. Ooh, Bailey, let's do it. Is singing on my path? Let's look. All right, we are past an hour. I'm going to do last call. Last call for donations. Bailey, let's do it. Is singing on my path? Let me grab, Which deck do I? Oh, let's use this. Let's use Mystic Mondays. This is a fun, colorful deck. Spirit, let's connect me to Bailey's energy. Spirit, please connect me to Bailey's energy, please. Thank you so much. Spirit, please connect me to Bailey's energy. Show me, is singing on Bailey's path? Hermit, Emperor, yes. You want to know what I would do? Have you ever thought about doing like voice lessons, like one-on-one voice lessons? We have the Three of Wands here. Emperor, King of Swords, someone who is a master. We have the Hermit, because I think this is something, and correct me if I'm wrong, Bailey, but with the Hermit, I feel like this is something that, I don't know if you're singing in secret or you're too shy to share it with others, but with the Hermit, Emperor, and King of Swords, maybe there's like a music teacher or like a voice coach that you could work with. Three of Wands. There could even be like two different people that cross your paths, or maybe, I don't know if you've ever like sang in a band or anything like that, but or in choir or something like that. But I'm seeing like a couple different avenues and how you could express this, and maybe working with somebody. I'm a big karaoke person, so that's also something. I don't know if you do that, but we have Seven of Wands. I think you're really critical of yourself. Ace of Swords, Seven of Swords. Nine of Wands. Spirit is saying that the decision is up to you with the Nine of Wands and Seven of Swords. Are you shy? Is this something that you are afraid to do? But if you want to build confidence and express yourself, I would definitely do karaoke as much as you can. And I've actually met some really cool people doing karaoke as well. So it's been a fun social thing for me. But with the Seven of Swords, this is about finding your own way, being honest with yourself as well here with the Ace of Swords. And Nine of Wands, if you want it, you deserve to allow yourself a chance to try it, Bailey. So yeah, I do see this. I do see this. Three of Wands, you're probably good, and maybe you're critical of yourself. But with maybe the right practice, whether that's with a band or a vocal coach or something like that, so it's a yes for me. It's a yes for me. Yeah, we have the Star here. But you can't be afraid to shine. And I know it's really hard because I get really shy. But, which is another reason I'm not on camera. But it's a great way to express yourself. It's also really good for your nervous system, which I've learned. Hierophant. It's a yes for me, but I'm going to pull some more. Spirit, what else can you tell us about singing for Bailey? What else can you tell me about singing for Bailey? Leo, Pluto and Leo in the 8th house. You're going to be seen. That's the thing. Your people are going to see you. We have Star here. Leo, Pluto in the 8th house. It's like you have to be willing to stand out, and maybe you're someone who's not always someone who wants the spotlight on them, which can be kind of hard to do. But when the stakes are low, maybe it'll be easier for you. Let me know if that makes sense. Spirit, show me what else. What other messages do we have for Bailey about this? Virgo is up next. Last call for donations. Readings are ending soon. Thank you guys so much. Spirit, what else for Bailey? We have overcome any obstacle. Makes sense. Time to let go. And, ooh, there's always enough. Yeah, there's room for you to have singing in your life. Let's see what else there is. What other messages do you have for Bailey's Spirit? We have you got me feeling emotion. Honoring the flow of all the emotions, alchemy, processing, sensitivity. Maybe you're very attached to music. This could be very healing for you with this Hierophant energy too. Dark night of the soul, transformation, awakening, Tower. For those who inspire you to bloom, grow together, community, connection. Yeah, I see you connecting with other people to do this. Three of Wands, whether it's a band or karaoke or choir. Like that's definitely, or the vocal coach. It's a big yes for me. I'm going to leave that for you in Spirit's blessing. Up next, Virgo, are you sleeping? Are you awake? Are you on night shift? What's going on with our favorite nurse? Virgo. Thank you so much, Bailey. Okay, we are moving on. Moving on. Here is our list. Readings are now closed. I'm going to try to come on Sunday morning if I have the energy. Virgo, let's get into it. And then I have Kendra for 2. I have Kendra for 2 at the end. Virgo, Tina, Julianne. Hi, baby. Are you gonna come? Look at this star. Look at this frickin'. Oh my goodness, you're such a good boy. I know you love your mama, honey. Look at this little baby. Hi. Hi, I know you're a good baby. You're really cute. Hi, sugar. I know. This is my little lover. This is my familiar. Hi, baby. I know. You're just a baby. You're just a little baby. You're just a little chicken nugget. Okay. Honey, your ass is in the way. All right, Virgo is probably sleeping or being a mom or a nurse to someone. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to start her readings. Willow, John, no, honey. All right, let's do it. Virgo, I'm going to get you started over here. Virgo wants to know. Hi, Sugar Plum. I know you probably don't like it, but it's okay. Virgo's up. And Willow is never up here, so you are special today. Usually my other cats are up here. Hi, honey. Hi. I know. We're sweet. All right. Sorry. Okay. Virgo wants to know. B and I are getting closer. What's ahead for our connection? Can I be honest? I'm happy I met him in real life and not online. Online has been that girl. I hear you on that. All right. I know. You want your mama. You want your mama to pet you. I know you're a baby. Give mama a minute, honey. Look at him. He pumps his little paws like he's a kitten. cute. I know, I'm distracted. Spirit, hold on. I need to not be distracted by Willow. What's ahead for B and Virgo? Let me focus. Hold on. Let me focus. Are you going to help me do the reading? You have to help me or you have to leave. You can be helpful only. All right. What's ahead for B and Virgo? What's ahead for B and Virgo? What's ahead for B and Virgo? Hanged Man, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Looks really good. He's giving you a different perspective. There's a lot of potential here and a lot of affection for each other here with the 2 of Cups. Love to see that, okay? We have the Empress, beautiful. He sees you as... We have the Empress. We have the Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, and 4 of Pentacles. If you guys are able to... If you guys are very real with each other and you guys, Willow, sorry. If you guys are very real with each other, I'm taking back over my space here. And you can have really real discussions with each other. Sorry, my whole thing got messed up here. He's like a bull in a china shop. He's a Taurus. He can't help it. It's okay. I think this thing has a lot of potential is what I'm trying to say here. There are things that you guys are going to have to work out. This could be core value stuff. This could be lifestyle stuff. This could be politics, religion, taboo stuff that maybe you guys, maybe you have, maybe you haven't gotten into, my Virgo friend. But yeah, 7 of Wands and 4 of Pentacles. If you guys can ground each other and the energy is flowing, this thing has the potential to be positive here. 10 of Pentacles. 2 of Cups, Ace of Cups. The affection is real. He also realizes that, you know, there's kind of double caretaking energy here, whether that's both of you guys. And I can't remember, forgive me, because my brain is, I've done so many readings, I can't remember who is who necessarily at this moment. But I don't know if this was someone that you work with or this is someone that you didn't work with. But if you guys are both like in, do the same thing, but there has to be, so like the feelings are real, but the honesty and transparency is the thing that you may have to work through and take the time. Like we can't just jump ahead to what's the conclusion yet, because 7 of Wands and 4 of Pentacles, this is energy that needs to be worked through still. Like it's too early to tell, but the affection is there and the potential is there is what I'm trying to say. Are you both putting all the cards on the table? Are you revealing everything that's there? And once we put all of our cards on the table, at that point, are we compatible enough to do this thing? The choice is yours. 5 of Cups. I think that you need more time to decide that. But what I will say is the current energy looks strong. Yeah, and 3 of Wands. When things get hard, and revealing the ugly parts of yourself and your lives with each other is when you can decide more of, I mean, the 10 of Pentacles and 2 of Cups is a really strong foundation. Ace of Cups, like the love can absolutely be there, but it's we can nurture and care for other people, but can we care for ourselves and work through issues when they come up in a very real way? That's what wants to come out of this conversation or this question. Sorry for the... I've literally rolled 10th house for like everyone today. 10th house, Venus, and Virgo. Venus in Virgo is really funky. Venus doesn't like to be in Virgo. It's a weird placement. And so maybe you guys are in like some type of awkward stage right now where you're trying to figure things out before you can kind of like take a sigh and a deep breath is kind of how I'm feeling here. Let me see what else. Where is it? I'm just going to use the Lenormand on this. Spirit, show me, where are they going? Newbie, we are currently on SV. Tina, I have SV for 2, then Tina's up next. And then we have, yep, the others. Okay. Clouds mean that things are not clear yet. So to reiterate, lots of potential. The outcome is the outcome is to be determined. What is your intuition telling you? Tower, which is funny because it actually talks about healthcare organizations. The woman. There can be some opportunity for you guys to travel together and maybe get to know each other a little bit more. There needs to be more transparency and clarity in this connection to know the truth. However, there is a strong foundation and there is a strong affection here. And I feel like that's what I have to say about this. I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. And we're going to get into your next one. Apologies for the cat takedown of our little set here. Next question is, how will he treat me? All right. I'm going to grab something more traditional for this. All right, Virgo, how is he going to treat me in this connection? How will he treat me in this connection? Spirit, show me, how will B treat Virgo in this connection? We have the Four of Pentacles again. Why are we holding back? Why are we holding back? Maybe this is too early. Seven of Swords. What is being concealed? That's my only, what are we not, what are we not saying out loud in this connection, Spirit? Tower, yeah. You need to know, yeah. Entertainment purposes only. Ugh. Why does this look like a struggle? This is too soon to determine. I don't love the cards I'm seeing here, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this. You need to make sure that this guy is being 100% honest, upfront, and truthful before you proceed further. And that you know way more about him before you have any kind of commitment. Does he have other connections that he's connected to? Could be a possibility. Does he have so much going on in his life, or vice versa, that there isn't time for the connection? Five of Pentacles. Like there's a lack of time being spent together. And there's energy that's held back, and there's a lot of conversations that need to happen before this thing can even get off the ground. But I will say there is a true affection for each other. Is he emotionally available? That's my next question here. Because if he's not, and he's not healed, or he has other connections going on, this thing may not end so well, is what I'm seeing here. I can't remember which person this was. I don't know if this was the nurse that you were like friends with, and I'm sorry because I think I've done too many readings, and it's been a minute since I talked to you that I'm a little scrambled, but I would say give it time. He needs to grow, and he needs to, here's what I will say. This is how I'm going to leave this, and I'm going to roll the Astro dice. If he can heal and he is fully emotional available for you, I think there is potential here, but you don't need potential. You need someone who can show up and be as available as you are and as healed and capable as you are to meet you where you're at. I don't think he's there right now, and because of that, in the present moment, I don't know that he would like respect your time or values or something like that. There's a lack of time being spent together here. I have concerns, Virgo. 10th, I swear to God. 10th house, Leo. Yeah, someone who only cares about work. Moon, Leo in the 10th house. Maybe things get extreme to where your schedules don't align and it gets to a point where there's time that can't be spent. So I would take it slow and kind of reassess this one. Entertainment purposes only. Let me know your thoughts on that, Virgo. Thank you so much for your patience. Okay. Up next, I have Tina. Thank you for your patience, Tina. Tina wants a general love reading. And a general love reading you will get. Tina, let me know if you're here. If not, we're just going to jump into it. Welcome in, guys. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Readings are closed for today, but we're going to keep on keeping on and finish up our list for today. I'll be back on potentially Sunday, for sure on Monday. And we're going to keep on keeping on. All right. Tina is up. Tina wants a general love reading. Let's do it, Tina. May or may not be there. No worries. All right, Tina. Spirit. Let's get into Tina's energy. All right, Tina, let's do this. General love reading for Tina. Spirit's like, you need someone who is awake. And I don't mean any of this in a mean way. It's like, you need someone who's alive, tapped in, tuned in, and is like awake at the wheel of their life. Because I think that there were people in the past that like, it was like talking to a brick wall. They were stuck in their ways. You couldn't break through. And it's like, you are really moving past that. So whoever is coming up next in your life needs to be a collaborative person who actually wants to build something. This isn't someone who wants to just sit around and have you fit into their life and do the same thing over and over. Like, this is someone who wants to like value you. What you need is, when you may already know this, Tina, is someone who will value and cherish you, and you are not going to accept anything less than that. Seven of Cups, options. Two of Swords. Queen of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. We have a Knight of Swords on his way. I do think that there could be, if you're like on the dating apps, or you have, people setting you up, or whatever your situation is. Yeah, I'm seeing communication here. There is a Knight of Swords. This could be an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. Or, large placement there. I mean, you're moving away from, this is a really actually beautiful energy. This reading is more about you and understanding your value and not accepting less. So Tina, what I see coming your way is a Knight of Swords that sees the value in you, because you have graduated from a Queen of Cups who, I'm going to put her sideways. You have graduated from this Queen of Cups who was pouring her cup into everybody. And you have now graduated to this Queen of Pentacles that says, I have value, and I will share my value in nurturing with others that are reciprocal and are worthwhile. There could be maybe a few frogs and toads before this Knight of Swords comes in, but this is someone who sees your value and someone who is looking for a long-term commitment with somebody. I'm also seeing that timing is a thing that is funny. I feel like, and don't shoot me for the timing on this, Tina, but I just gotta tell you like I see it. I feel like this is gonna happen in the next 2 years. This person is gonna come in where, and I also feel like this will be a little bit more of a slow burn, where maybe you meet this person and it slowly evolves, but I see you in more of like a committed relationship with this person in the next 2 years. You may feel like, Bird, I hate you. That's way too long for me to wait. Why, you crazy cat lady on the internet, are you telling me 2 years? Or maybe you're like, wow, 2 years is no time at all. The choice is yours, Tina, but that's what I'm seeing. You can meet them before that 2-year mark and get to know each other, but I feel like you're like in a commitment with this person by that point. Yeah, and 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, someone who's open. You've moved away from this really stubborn, this really held back energy, someone that can stimulate you mentally, someone you can have conversations with, someone who you're not sitting on the couch every night watching Jeopardy. Maybe that works for some people. I think you're kind of bored of that. I think you want someone who has something to say, something to offer, maybe someone who wants to go on an adventure here and there. and change things up and take you on a nice night and be a little bit more romantic. And I think this Knight of Swords is someone who could go on that adventure with you. And again, not like you're romanticizing every single day and every single moment, but someone who brings a little spice of life to you, I think is going to be very refreshing. Spirit, show me what else. This person's very different from what you've dealt with in the past. It will feel very refreshing. It will feel very nurturing. This person cares about how they talk to you. This is not someone who would name call. This isn't someone. This is someone who is very intentional about the way he wants to care and nurture, and someone who's a little bit more of a romantic and cares about your well-being and your mental health. This is not a selfish person. And I think that the wait will be worth it. And I could be wrong about the timing, but I'm just saying, this is the person I see coming in. But in the meantime, there could be some other people that you could go on some dates, get to know, have some fun. But in terms of like a longer term commitment, he is the standout. Spirit, show me what else about this, what's coming towards. He's a whole man. Yeah. Loyal, stable, kind, intelligent. Might be a little bit young. Could even be a couple years younger than you, Tina. Is what I'm seeing. Someone who is... There could be some frogs or toads that if someone makes you feel confused, that is the wrong person. This Knight of Swords, as oh man, Julian, this Knight of Swords is someone who is loyal, someone who is this is a real gentleman here, is what I'm seeing. I think it'll be worth the wait. That's what I'm seeing for you, Tina. I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. And thank you so much. I appreciate your donation. And we are going to move over to Julianne. It's a whole man, Julianne. All right, girl. What you trying to get into? We have a general reading from... Oh, man. I feel like with Julianne, I can like pick any deck I want because... You're like an artiste and you'll probably like appreciate, right? You'll appreciate the art. You know what? I haven't used this in a while. I haven't had this on the table in a very long... I haven't warmed this up since I put it out. And you might... I don't know if you'll... This is a Art Nouveau deck. And this is the... this is the... Oh, shit. What is it called? I can't remember. It's an Art Nouveau deck. Anyways, we're going to jump into your reading. I can't... Oh, it's the Enchanted something. It's not romance. It's the ethereal... Is it the Ethereal Tarot? Something like that. Ethereal Visions, maybe. My brain is shutting down. At the one earlier, I held back from commenting on the lashes for red. All right. I'm going to leave a whole man. All right, we're going to do a general for Julianne. Spirit. Show me. What does Julianne need to know right now? And thanks for bringing your sister over here. I feel like I might have read for her a time or two before, but I can't remember. I feel like she looked familiar, but maybe not. All right, Spirit, show me. What does Julianne need to know right now? What does Julianne need to know right a spark. You're waiting for a spark. You're waiting for a flash of inspiration. You're like, Bird, I keep getting... Oh, okay, good. Nice. One step forward, 5 steps back. What are you doing, Julianne? You have this inspiration and you're frozen in fear. Or there's something is being stopped. 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords. What the hell are you doing, honey? Knight of Wands. Judgment. You're afraid to move forward with something. Or something ended and you are trying to pick yourself up. We're in the in-between of that. Like the 10 of Swords, it feels like so the 10 of Swords is an ending. 10 of Swords is put a fork in it. It's cooked. This thing is over. This thing is kaput. This could be a project, a relationship. And if you're in the earlier stages still, you could be really, really stressed out about this and frozen in fear. Or you're in the middle of it right now. Because on the other side of it is the Knight of Wands is breaking free from this energy. Spirit wants you to break free and make a judgment call if you have not already. The Magician and the World. An end of a cycle is approaching you. And you still have time to be the master crafter with the Magician of what this is going to look like for you. The longer you freeze yourself in fear, the more time that you are spending away from free-flowing energy, freedom, and autonomy, and magic with this Magician. Because you are really a creator. And I don't just mean as an artist. Like, you are a creator, meaning maybe you are, like, if you're involved in the craft, like maybe you are a witch, maybe you're a magician, and you're somebody who really knows how to put together a plan or have a vision for something because you're an artist. You can beautifully do that and execute that in your life once you are no longer being held back from this thing. Getting in my own way, you say. Yeah, so this is what's on the other side of the fear. Is a whole new start, a fresh start. You're not going back there anymore. You have, and maybe the Magician is also trying to tell you, like, honey, the Magician has all the tools. He is the creator. He's number one in the tarot. So after the Fool takes that leap, the Magician is like, well, hello, my friend. Let me give you the tools to create this journey. And I very much feel like you're a magician type of energy. But fear is not going to serve you right now. When you do complete this cycle, you will never go back to what that energy is or was. By the way. Page of Wands. I think you're excited for the future. The Page of Wands wants to play and have fun and express their energy and have a good time, which is very different than this fearful Nine of Swords who's stuck in the anxiety. The Seven of Swords is you may have to figure this out by yourself. Also, you know, how are you being honest with yourself? Seven of Swords. This is a very much you-centered reading. Even when I'm like, I don't even feel like these are other people. Like, I feel like this is a you-centered reading, which is why I'm saying, are you being honest with yourself? I was going to say, if I pulled the 10th house again, I'm going to flip out. Yeah, the hidden energy. I did get South Node again. Whew, Lord. This could be a past life cycle that you are trying to break. What are you hiding from yourself? As soon as you discover it and move past this thing that's dead, you can free yourself. You can also free, there's also a karmic debt that's happening here. South Node in Scorpio in the 12th house is pretty heavy shit. The 12th house is the house of what is hidden. It's also a very, psychic land. It's the land of Pisces and Neptune energy, and you can get really lost there. But if you're hiding and stuffing things there that you don't want to deal with, this Page of Wands is going to be like, I deserve to face the music so that I can do what I want to do because I don't feel fully free. And this Knight of Wands, you breaking free and creating everything that you want is on the other side of fear. That's what this reading is about. And once you get there, the world, that cycle ends. You're never going back to that energy. You'll never be stuck in a situation like that again. And apply this however it resonates, whether it's work or a relationship. I'm going to leave that with you. I'm sorry that was heavy. I'm a Scorpio, honey. Sometimes it goes that way. I'm sorry. But that's what wanted to come out. The damn 10 of Swords slap in the middle. Yeah, if you guys, thanks so much, newbie. Yeah, if you want to book a private reading, all my info is in the description. And I now have Jessica, are you still here, babe? No, you're fine. I'm fine. I can hold that energy all day. It's, shit. I was born into that. 29 degrees Scorpio. I was born into that shit. It's fine. It's just another day in paradise for me, honey. I really don't like these drinks. This drink that I have. I don't think I'll ever buy it again. Thank you, Julianne. All right, Jessica, go ahead and post. Let's do it. Let's do it, girly pop. I have Jess and I have Kendra for 2, and we're out of here. Thank you so much. So much. You know what? Let me switch decks. Let me switch decks for this. We're going to use my crystal visions. Spirit, give it to me. Show me the money. Just kidding. Hi, Willow. He's really on one today. I don't know what's going on with him. He's like, look, everything's an Aquarius. I feel uncomfortable. I don't know what's going on. I know, honey. You're really cute. All right. What's Valentine's looking like for Jessica? Spirit, show us the brass tacks. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get outside of my ego right now because I'm laughing too much. Spirit, ground me. I want to tap into Jessica's energy. Let's get serious. All right, let's get into Jessica's energy. Spirit, show me Jessica's Valentine's Day. 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 Magician came out twice. Emperor. Who's your daddy? Sorry. I had to. Who are all these men? Holy crap. Well, 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 Jessica. Well, well, well. I think it's going to be good. Don't have any expectations. Entertainment purposes only. However, wow, we have the Empress at the top of the deck. You might be getting down and freaky, first of all. Magician wouldn't mind that. We have the Emperor and the Empress. This is mother and father energy. We also have this King of Pentacles here. The King of Pentacles wants to feel comfortable. We also have the Moon, which is about this feminine energy. There's also the Moon can represent something that's hidden. Seven of Wands, a point of contention, but the goal is to have a conversation, bring things to light, and hopefully, I'm not Jessica. Good. I'm not saying that what you want to happen is going to happen, but what I will say is there is going a step towards a deeper commitment is going to be top of mind. Because I don't want to be wrong here. I'm not saying that's going down. I'm just saying the Ten of Pentacles is, this is tying us to forever. This is tying us to the future. And whether or not there is a proposal or not, there is going to be conversation and discussion about deepening the commitment. The reason I say this is, with the Moon and the Seven of Wands, this has become a point of contention. And so it's like, are we in or are we out? And this King of Pentacles, this Emperor is saying, look, I want this future with you. I want to make all of these things happen. But there could be conversations and learning from each other more about where you guys are on this particular topic on this day. Not necessarily like the proposal, but a deepening of the connection that exists now by talking about the future and the fears and the point of contention in the connection, which actually leads you to a very pleasant experience despite talking about the uncomfortable elephant in the room, is what I'm seeing here. Yes, Kendra. Thank God we got the North Node. Where are we going? North Node, Scorpio. There could be intense conversation. Scorpio in the 9th house. It could be like talking to me. I got Mercury, Pluto, Venus retrograde in Scorpio, all in my 9th house. What is the vision for our future? Where the hell are we going? Some of those conversations are going to be had and be addressed, but you're still going to have a nice time. Maybe you guys have a nice meal and go out. I think he's spending money on something here with this King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. There could be some type of gift here. If he wants to send me a box of chocolates, I'll take it, okay? I'm kidding. But I'm actually really excited for Valentine's Day. But anyway. I know the vision. What the hell is a timeline? Marriage at 40? That's the issue, yeah. I think you might get that answer. I think you're going to get the answer. So it may not be a proposal, but I think you're going to get the answers to that timeline. Or some of the answers are going to be found. The Page of Swords is a student. There are going to be great questions asked and much to be revealed. And allow yourself to show that, like, you're not going to be an a-hole, but the Seven of Wands, like, look, what are we doing here? We need to talk about the elephant in the room. The Moon and the Seven of Wands, this isn't comfortable. We're having uncomfortable conversations, but we're grounding it and holding it down and having very mature conversations because we mama and daddy over here. It's a loving and grounded conversation, intense, but very needed here. I think your questions are going to get answered, and you might have a nice meal and a gift, which could be nice. And as I always say, well, maybe not always, but those pregnancy precautions here. I got the Emperor and the Empress. Do you want another bambino? Because could be on the table. If you get pregnant on Valentine's Day, my friend is a Scorpio. She's born the week before me. You will have a Scorpio baby. So just for all the people out there getting freaky on Valentine's Day, you want to F around and find out, you're going to have a Scorpio. If you... and not entertainment purposes only, that's science. But where's that scorpion? Yeah, if you want a Scorpio, I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm just kidding around. A tattoo. Yeah. I think you're going to get your questions answered. And let him spoil you. Order dessert. Get the lobster. Do what you want to do. Oh, but I think it's going to be a nice experience, and you're going to get something off your chest here. So enjoy your day. Let me know how it goes. I'm going to a nice restaurant. I'm excited. He's a Scorpio, 11/16. My friend is the 15th. So he is a Valentine's baby. He's a Valentine's baby. I'm 11/21. I'm going to leave that with you. Kendra is up next. Thank you, Jessica. Good. Yeah. Yep. We sure can, Kendra. All right. Let me see what I want to do for you, boo-boo. Let's do this. Ow. Okay. No, thank you. What did I say? Questions? I know, I'm going to look right now. All right. Kendra. Is Tyrell jealous or envious of me? Seeing if that contributes to him not liking me or me being the star. Well, so I don't know if I'm explaining this the best way that I can. Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be a disaster. I think you guys are going to be, sorry, Jess, I think you guys are going to be grounded and have a good conversation. So, Kendra, let's talk about, you are not doing anything wrong, and you being you is not doing anything wrong. I am simply talking about a man. Let me try to do a visual here. And I'm not talking about worth as a human being. I'm talking about I'm trying to think of a better analogy for this. How can I explain this, Kendra? No. Like, how do I want to explain this? I'm going to use lifestyle. I'm going to use health and lifestyle as an example, okay? This is you, this is Tyrell, okay? You're the opal, he's the flower agate. I'm going to use health and wellness habits as a baseline, or as an analogy here. Let's say that here is like a homeostasis. Actually, that's not necessarily the right thing. Let's say here's like the American Standard Diet. This is a weird analogy. Stay with me here. And I'm not talking about humanity or worth of a human being. I'm talking about energetic frequency, okay? And ambition. So this right here, this line is going to represent the American Standard Diet. And let's say, energetically, you love to drink your green juice, right? So your energy level is going to be a little bit up here, right? And let's say Tyrell, he wants to go, he's going to go eat a Denny's Grand Slam every morning. Or maybe he wants to eat Waffle House. We'll move him even lower, okay? Every day, he's eating something not so good. And let's say you, my friend, maybe you don't smoke, maybe you don't drink. Your energy frequency is becoming higher. And let's say that maybe he likes to party. Maybe he likes to pop some pills. I'm making, this is all. So lifestyle frequency, this is not a match. You're going to need someone. So the habits and the ambition of Kendra might be here. And for him, it might be down here. When you try to, and let's say, we're going to say, wherever you are, this is going to be your good match. This pink amethyst wand here. If you go down here to get with him, it's not going to feel very good. Even if you go somewhere halfway, it still could feel off. You need to find the right match for you. On the other side of the coin, energetically, entertainment purposes only, I'm just a cat lady on the internet, what I'm picking up from him, I don't see him coming up here. And I'm going to pull cards and answer your question. Does this make him envious and jealous of you? Potentially, Yes, but not in a I hate you so much type of energy. More of like, man, I wish I could do that or have that. It is his choice and his choice alone to come up here. But in my almost 40 years of observing men like this, it is, we are here for the flow chart. It is, it's seldom, and newbie, feel free to jump in here. Seldom is this man gonna go, you know what? Man, I'm gonna chase my dreams like Kendra. I'm gonna go drink that green juice. I'm gonna quit vaping. I'm gonna quit whatever. Boom! I don't see him doing that. And so he may look up at you from this. He may even, maybe it's not envy. Maybe it's admiration. Like, wow, that's so great that she's taken those chances and lived her life and done those things. But he knows that this is where I feel good and this is where I feel comfortable. I'm not willing to change my life to come up here. I'm going to stay here. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to look for women who are like this. Because maybe if they're down here, I can manipulate them or get what I want or do what I want. So let's look at the cards. But that was what I was trying to say earlier, is that I just, yeah. Okay. Is he jealous? Oops. Who is this? The Emperor. Is he, which is your energy, Aries. Is he envious or jealous? Yes. And that's the other thing is, let's not fall for the potential. Who he is today is who he's probably always going to be. People do change. It's rare. It's very rare. People can become better, but not often. Spirit, show me. And acceptance is the pillar of 12-step theory, but also acceptance will get you, hold on, now my freaking phone is going off. Acceptance and accepting him for where he is, like, this has nothing to do with you, but we're going to get into this. Spirit, show me. Is he jealous? Queen of Cups. He doesn't have as much empathy that you have for others or emotional intelligence. Boom! Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. Temperance. Temperance is about sobriety and living in moderation and doing things in a healthy way that bring us to homeostasis. So the health thing was probably a kind of a good analogy. We have Two of Swords. We have the Empress. Yes, you are shining, and look at her, dripping in this good energy, in this feminine energy. And I think he's like, he knows, men know that they might disappoint you, which they may not even sign up for someone of your caliber. That's what I'm saying. Does this mean he's jealous? No. But I think he's assuming and he's aware that you probably would not be interested in him. When our coworker lost their family member, he couldn't care less. Oh my God. Yeah. I'm always meant to grow. Yes, yes. Yeah, and Sag, I will say Sag risings have interesting lives because Sagittarius is about expansion and the journey. Jupiter energy. You know, and whether you want to or not, that's what you signed up for, right? And so that makes sense for you. I think you're Sag rising, right? 7 of Cups, I think you are. And 10 of Wands, it's too difficult. It is too difficult for me to get on that level. Why disappoint her? Why try? You don't, I'm telling you, you don't want to, if a guy is telling you point blank, I can't do this. So it's not necessarily envy. I do think that he is probably envious and jealous of some of the things you have going on in your life, but he's not willing to take those risks and chances because that's not, he just isn't wired that way. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know that he sits around wishing he could be you, but I do think that there's probably some cool things that you've done, but he realizes like he can't be on your level. Does that make sense? It's too hard. King of Swords, you need a real match. Maybe it's Kyle, the Libra, the King of Swords. I don't know. Could be. Look, he's a white boy. Look at this guy. Yeah. 8 of Cups. I got it twice for Tyrell today. 8 of Cups is an energy of moving on. Come on with white boy. Oh, man. Yeah, you've lived life, yeah. And he made some decisions early on, you know, he's not as free and flexible as you are. If he's got kids and drama and baggage and like you're a free agent. You can do whatever you want. Listen, I think I've told you this. You don't need to tell me how old you are. I think I have a feeling-ish. You protect yourself and you do not get pregnant by anybody unless you know like they're for sure the person. You take that birth control and you create the life that you want. Don't let, because you could see a guy like this who's looking good, whatever, and get excited, but yeah, it's a story, tale as old as time. Create the life that you want for yourself and go on the adventures that you want for yourself because it's worth it for you. You know what I mean? And trust me, I'm going to be 40 this year. I don't have kids. Newbie and I, that's the funny thing is like my not older friends, but my friends older than me who like have kids, like they don't regret their kids, but I am not going to regret not having kids. Like I'm good. Like I'm so good. And there's a whole like child-free conversation going. And I'm not anti-kid and I'm like, but I just didn't, that wasn't the path for me. And I'm not saying that's not your path, but I'm just saying do what you want to do because do what you want to do before you know, so that you're not trapped in a Tyrell situation is all I'm saying. Okay. All right, we're going to get into your next one. I gotta go. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, you want to do what you want to do. Yes. Be selfish as long as you can. Do whatever. And it doesn't mean you can't date or have a good partner, but you want a general reading, Spirit. Oh, dice. Did I throw the dice? Or did I just play with the dice? Spirit, is Tyrell jealous? Oh my God, now I have North Node, Scorpio in the 6th house. Your day-to-day, that was a perfect analogy. 6th house is the house of health and day-to-day routine. You guys are incompatible from a like fundamental day-to-day type of energy. Like your lives are moving in 2 different directions. And I don't think he's ever going to be able to keep up with you and what you want to do. Yeah, you just held it. Sorry. All right. Sorry. It's been a long one. I've been on for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm going to keep on keeping on. Spirit, show me. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Spirit, show me. Let's do a general for Kendra. Spirit. Spirit, show me. And I have Jason here with us. 3 years. 3 years gone. He was a member of this channel. Ooh, the chariot flew out for you, Kendra. Let's see if it comes back. Spirit, show me general reading for Kendra. Spirit, let's look and just shake off the men. Let's look at some general energy for 7 of Cups. Yeah, the world is... the funny thing, so yeah. I used to read the 7 of Cups this way, and I'm going to read it this way today. There may be so many options and opportunities in front of you that you hesitate to make the choice. So don't let yourself be frozen from being able to make a decision, okay? Yeah, Queen of Swords. I think not next month, we're in February. So there could be some decisions that you're making during eclipse season that you have to make for yourself that may feel a little bit selfish. Not selfish, but like maybe you are very future oriented. I mean, in pulling that North Node energy just now, the Queen of Swords, thinking about your future. This could have to do with the schooling that you want to pursue, making some decisions to try something new. And again, like allow yourself to explore, make the choice. The Queen of Swords does represent Libra energy, and Libras are notorious, sorry newbie, for not wanting to make decisions because they're afraid to make the wrong decision, right? But you being in Aries is the opposite of that. So don't let the amount of options in front of you paralyze you from making a decision, and make sure that you're always being honest with yourself. If you need more time, you need more time. But be honest with yourself. It's interesting, the Chakra Wisdom Tarot, we're all up, so far we have all of the crown chakra energy here, and again here. Now we have heart energy. Oh wow, and we have the star here again. Yeah, I wasn't picking up anything bad with this 7 of Swords. This is the 7 of Swords where it's like, no, I don't think that, I think one of the things you and I actually have in common, sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. One of the things I think is cool about your energy that I resonate with is, and this isn't anything bad about like your family or upbringing or anything like that, but I feel like the future that you want for yourself, you don't necessarily see it in anyone that you know. 7 of Swords and star energy. And so you are then forced to be, not forced, but maybe you're happy to be the trailblazer of your own life. You don't necessarily need or want advice from people that have never been where it is that you're going to. So get selfish in terms of what you want for your future and yourself. Feel free to make those decisions because you're the only one living your life. You're the only one who has to live in your body, you know, live with your mind, And you get to call the shots. And when you look around in your life, you may not see, you may not see examples of relationships that you want or the type of life that you want. You are creating it, and maybe it feels a little bit challenging because there's no roadmap necessarily for where you're going. You're trying to figure out, you're figuring everything out as you go, and that's part of life. And give yourself grace for that. Because there is an element of you feeling like, am I behind? Am I wasting time? No, you've done a lot already. 7 of Pentacles and Hanged Man. If you're getting a perspective of something that you don't want, that's a good thing. Then you move in another direction. Page of Swords is the student. So you very much this could be about making a decision about going back to school. Maybe you have to wait for a particular semester or something like that. The 7 of Swords, choosing a direction that you don't know anybody else who maybe has chosen this direction. And you are like, look, in my heart, it's really interesting. See the heart here in this star card, I feel like is not usually what I see in the star. And is this in alignment with what I want for myself? 9 of Swords, anxiety. And this is solar plexus energy. 9 of Swords, don't let anxiety or fear hold you back from taking action. Yep. Here we have the Fool. I pulled that for G earlier today, I believe, was my first reading. Funny how it's my first reading and my last reading. I'm ending with this Fool here. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Be not afraid. And this is all about, look, so the chakras here are all about rooting in here with the Fool. What is it that you want? Follow your heart and let your intuition be your guide here as well. But a decision is coming up soon. My God, 10th house again, career. Mars, career. Capricorn, wow. Ooh, I actually really like this. I do feel like, I dare say, my friend, entertainment purposes, not even entertainment, it's fine. I have to say that. Entertainment purposes only. Hell yes. And I do feel like the decision that you make about your career next could be something that you stick with. Why? I have Mars and Capricorn. Mars and Capricorn is exalted. When a planet is exalted in a sign, it means it is set up for its best ability. And we also have Capricorn in the 10th house, which is its home house. So you have this beautiful, like, very much in alignment, extremely powerful energy there. So there is something on the way to you in regard to your career that is going to be meant for you. It could take a little bit of time to get there, but when you make the decision and move forward, this is going to be very much in alignment with what you need. Spirit, show me some other energy around Kendra that she needs to know about. Stop. Maybe you have to delay enrollment because of like timing or something here with the Hanged Man and 7 of Pentacles. Maybe there's like you have to wait for like a new year to start or something. Yeah. Intuition, hell yeah. Determination, yeah. I do feel like the next thing that you decide to get into is going to feel in alignment with you, and you're going to take it to the finish line. Because of residency. Got it. Okay. Let's get some other special messages for Kendra. I'm losing my voice. I'm losing my best friend. Okay, we have... Ooh, the time of guilt and shame ends now. Forgive yourself and begin to love yourself just as you are. Yeah. Don't beat yourself up for past mistakes. A new strategy is required. Find the path to love and happiness. A message is trying to reach you. Be vigilant. The spirit world wishes to find and touch you. Well, they found me this morning and woke my ass up. I hope you don't have that experience. But I do think an ancestor is working with you to support you through this. So you are safe. Don't be afraid. I think you're on the right track. And sometimes it can feel frustrating, but I think it'll be worth the wait. I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. And thank you. Literally, so this morning, yes, my medium friend's got to come over here. I don't think it's a spirit. I actually don't know what it is. I'm exhausted, so I have to figure that out. But a man's voice said, "Good morning." And then Augustus jumped on my bed, and then my alarm went off. And I was like, what the F is going on? So I'm going to have my friend check it out tomorrow, because I just don't really, I don't know. I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. You know what? It did cross my mind, but I don't think, I thought about that and I'm like, but he's a baby and the voice sounded like an old man. That was the thing. He sounded like an old man with a California accent. And which is a very specific, after living out west, like Arizona, California accent, and I was like, interesting. I don't know. There was a woman there was only one prior owner where I live, and it was a female, and she was single. And the funny thing, she was actually which made me feel even more happier that she was actually a Yale, she was a professor at Yale in nursing, actually, in healthcare. And then she retired and moved here. And she was the original owner. And then, and so she was here for her whole life. And then unfortunately, she actually passed away during the sale of my home. Whose card? What do you mean, newbie? Which card? Oh, Jason. This is Jason. So my friend Jason was murdered 3 years ago in Florida. It's an unsolved homicide. Hey, baby girl. He was a member of this channel. He used to get readings all the time. And he was a good friend of mine from childhood. And, there's information. I don't really have social media, but I know there's like social media stuff about him. And we've actually been working on a podcast there's actually some podcasts. There's a podcast I think I shared on the channel about him, but he was, we were childhood friends, and he was very, very spiritual. And that was actually one of the things that connected us and deepened our friendship throughout the years. Yeah. Yeah. So, it's, it's weird because, like, I've known other people who passed away and different reasons, but not like this. And so when it's unsolved, it's like unsettling because it's like you want justice even though like that doesn't bring it back. You know what I mean? Anyway, on that note, my cats are getting hungry and I gotta go tend to some other things. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye. Amber.